Okay, hello everyone. I want to welcome you to Everything is Always Irie in Jamaica. For those of you who don't know what Irie is, you got to go to Jamaica and find out. I'm not even going to tell you. My name is Fred Wiles with Excellence in Travel, and today, in one of our first online live interviews, we will be talking with Miss Dian Holland with the Jamaican Tourist Board. So, good afternoon, Diane.
Hi, Fred. Hi, everyone. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good today, doing good. I want to thank you for doing this for me, and we're just going to have some fun with this today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Always. As long as we're talking about Jamaica, it's always fun.
There you go. There you go. Well,
Especially now.
yes. Yeah, well, that's one of the things I want to start out with. Let's clear the air right quick. You and I have talked
Okay.
about this earlier.
Hmm.
Let's just get an official word from Diane Holland of the Jamaican Tourist Board how she feels about the Volkswagen ad for with Jamaica in it.
When I first saw it, it was sent to us by our public relations agency before many people knew about it. And I looked at it, I was just smile. I could not stop smiling. I really could not stop smiling. And so I posted it to my Facebook pages, and I was just getting some awesome responses. And so it totally took me by surprise when that critique said that it was racist against us because it's just so not like that.
Yeah, because when I saw it, when you posted it and I pulled it up, I said, "This is absolutely fantastic." But what I think a lot of people don't realize is that Jamaicans come in all color down there.
Oh yeah,
So
oh,
having a
oh
white
yeah.
guy speaking like that is not unusual.
It's not unusual. Chinese mixed, because we're a true melting pot of people from all over the world.
Hmm.
And it just has us Jamaicans really smiling because now we're really showing what our motto has been saying for years. Out of many, we're just one people. There's so many different colors and flavors that are in Jamaica that you can't just look at one person and say that person represents Jamaica. No way at all.
There you go. And as I told you in the message I sent to you, Butch Stewart and his family, a white family, if you were to close your eyes and listen to them talk, you would think they came off the movie Cool Running or something.
You'd have no idea. And one of my best friends is full Chinese, and we've gone out already talking, and people look at her like, huh? You know. So it just makes us smile even broader.
Well, that's good. Well, everybody, you've heard it. You can stop listening to all those people talking about how racist it is. Everybody I've talked to who is Jamaican has looked at me and said, "What's the big deal?"
That's
So,
the big deal.
yes,
Jamaica Tourist Board has endorsed it. Jimmy Cliff, who made the music to it, he has endorsed it. Every
good.
Jamaican, I can say 99.999 Jamaicans have endorsed it. So whatever anyone else has to say, it doesn't count.
Good, good, good. Now, why don't you tell people exactly about the Jamaican Tourist Board and the type of things you do there? Just explain. I'm not sure a lot of people know the role of the Jamaican Tourist Board.
Right, I'm happy to do that. The Jamaica Tourist Board is a statutory body of the Jamaican government, and it is our responsibility to promote Jamaica as a tourist destination for everyone to come down and see what the hype is all about, what everyone is talking about, and as our saying goes, once you go, you know. It's our responsibility to promote the destination in its entirety and to encourage people to come down to answer those questions that you might not be able to find anywhere. We cannot be biased. We can only tell you the truth. We have to tell you exactly what is happening. We won't hide from what is we never hide from what is happening. But the only thing we don't do, we don't act on a political level.
Okay, okay, that's good. Yeah, speaking as one who's been dealing with the Jamaican Tourist Board for a lot of years when I was living on the East Coast. They've always been a great help to me whenever I needed materials or just those little questions that you can't find anywhere.
Yeah.
The Jamaican Tourist Board has been fantastic on it.
That's
And
what we do.
now, here is the problem I have run into since I've been out here on the West Coast, and you're living on the West Coast, so I know you have run into this before. My hardest thing is trying to convince West Coast people that there's someplace other than Hawaii.
That's correct. That is so true. So many people think that beaches only exist west of California. Absolutely no. I never like to talk down any of our competitors, but God, my goodness, there are other places, the Caribbean, and the difference with the Caribbean and the water that surrounds Hawaii, the Pacific, is that the Caribbean sea is only a couple degrees lower than the air temperature. So even though it's warm and hot and nice in Hawaii, you step in that water, it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
You go to Jamaica, it's a couple of degrees lower than the air temperature, which is average 85 degrees. So if you can imagine that. And we had a non-stop service from Los Angeles a couple of years ago, and if you should fly from Los Angeles non-stop to Jamaica, it's 5 hours and 20 minutes. So it is actually closer to get to Jamaica if you should go non-stop as it is to Hawaii. Right now, it's a hop, skip, and maybe a jump to get there. But we always tell folks, don't focus on the journey. The destination will do it for you all the time. So focus on the destination and not journey, and you'll have fun.
And that is so true. Jamaica has just been a place I've loved. And when it comes to the food, I'm a foodie, a Jamaican foodie.
Yeah.
So I try to lose at least 5 to 10 pounds before I get down there because I know I'm going to eat my way through Jamaica.
That's right.
The
Can't help
roadies.
it.
Yeah, I know. I don't tell them a little bit about the Jamaican food.
Well, it all stems from our culture. We're an island of cultures from all over the world. So with all those people coming in, they never, forgot their heritage. They brought them with them, and it's instilled in our culture. So to give you an idea, every Jamaican cook with soy sauce. You check it out, we all do, and that's coming from our Chinese background. Every warm beverage is tea. So if you go to Jamaica and ask for a cup of tea, we might likely ask you what kind of tea you would like. And we're not asking whether you like Earl Grey or chamomile. We want to know what kind of tea you'd like. Whether you like coffee tea, tea, chocolate tea, what kind of tea
Wow.
you like. And of course, curry. We curry everything, Fred.
Oh, yeah.
And that's coming from our East Indian tradition. But a little of everyone's culture is coming back. And of course, we're 90% African descent. So our jerk, a lot of, because, back in the day to preserve meat, they had a way of doing it. And jerk is not the person who prepared the food. It's a method in which it's prepared over wood stove with a lot of spices. We do use a lot of spices. We don't like bland food. and it's slowly, and to move the meat as it cooks over the grill, it's a jerking method. So there came the word, jerk. So if you can imagine the blend of the soy sauce, a blend of the curry, and spices from all over the world that we have come to use on a daily basis. Thyme, scallion, onion, pepper, yeah? That Scotch bonnet pepper that Jamaica is known for. We don't short use seasonings when we're cooking. It has to taste good. There's no thing as a bland food when you go to Jamaica. So to answer your question quickly, it's a blend of all the cultures in Jamaica that have been put into the food and the different spices, some local to Jamaica, and just put it all and mix it all around, and it's good.
And I love it, believe me. I love it.
It does things to you.
Yeah, that's the one thing I kind of miss being here in Seattle. When I grew up and lived in Washington D.C. So on the East Coast, that was like an extension of Jamaica. So I was always around the curried food and the roadies, and you could find a Jamaican place on the corner within a stone throw. So I get out here and it's just a little different. But when I go back home, when I go back home to D.C., I'm always looking for every restaurant I can find.
Oh
Yeah,
yes, and we
you
can
know,
find some here on the West Coast. You know, you might, if you call us, we can give you some as well as if you look in your local directory. There's always a Jamaican restaurant around the corner. Not as many as the East Coast,
mm,
but it's there for you. And I would encourage anyone. Well, you can't go to Jamaica and not try our food. You can't help it because the hotels serve it.
that's right.
And a part of going to Jamaica is tasting our food because why go so far and not experience the culture and the food and the people and everything it has to offer?
That's right. And like I tell everyone, whenever I send clients down to Jamaica or any place, I tell them don't stay in the hotel and eat the
Exactly.
food there all day long. Go out and explore.
Get out.
And yeah, get out there and go meet the
Get
people and
out.
explore and stuff. You know, if nothing else, have a good red stripe and call it a day and
Exactly.
stuff.
Get out of the hotels. You know, I know we have perfected the all-inclusive concept, and there are many all-inclusive hotels in Jamaica where you pay one price and you get breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and beverages, everything. But there's only so much you can eat and drink, and there's only so much time you can stay in the sun. Jamaica outside of the hotel is awaiting you. And to really, really understand the true culture of Jamaica, you must get outside of the hotel. It's awaiting you. We have some attractions that are nowhere else in the world. And so it's awaiting you to just come on out of the hotels. The hotels do have tour desks in that you can go to and get out, book your tours, get out and enjoy it, and then go back and then, you know, eat as much as you like. And, you know, if you're worried about you paid it all and you don't have enough money, whatever, you check with the restaurants. They'll be more than happy to pack you a little sandwich to take along with you.
Excellent.
So we encourage you to get out and see Jamaica.
Tell me about some of the things. Well, let me give you an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I've had I've done quite a few school groups,
Yeah.
and I've wanted to suggest, and when I say school groups, anywhere from junior high to high school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't deal with colleges, and that's a whole nother story. But
Right.
I've wanted to suggest to them going down to Jamaica, but I've always found it hard to talk about historically and culture type of tours and things
Mm-hmm.
they could take.
Right.
So can you kind of, if I'm going before a school group and trying to make sure that the principal doesn't think the only thing they're going down there to do is lay on the beach, that they are going to learn something, what types of things would you suggest to groups of that type?